Hey everyone, Eddie here. We are back with Sephiria. I'm very excited for today's video because we are doing yet another viewer build. This one is by my viewer, Kaban. So thank you again, Kaban, for supporting the channel and for the recommendation for this build. Essentially, they only had a request to use the ghost costume and bicorn pipe artifact along with the mouse mage's pendant. So essentially a bolt build, and see where you can go from there. As much as I would love to start the mouse mage's pendant and the bicorn pipe, they both revolve around the bolt magic spells. So the hard part is the ghost does not start off with a bolt spell. It actually starts off with a higher increase spell. So it doesn't count in regards to the pendant or the pipe. So I thought I will start with all three bolt spells instead, and in hopes that we'll find the other items that they requested. Regardless, I think that this will be a great build, essentially an infinite magic build, as it were, because the haste and the timing of these spells is only one. And because we have 0 MP cost to Grimoires with the Ghost, I believe this could be an awesome build. Really fun build, nonetheless. Just to completely spam infinite magic. I've never done that before, personally, so I think this is going to be really fun to try out. I'm also going Sword and Shield, so I can go the Carrot Sword route, because that way we can go ahead and increase all of our elemental damage. Now, I will say there is a known bug. You can actually see it right now, my X button, because I do play on controller. And this is as of today, as of this video going up. Unfortunately, it doesn't proc. It doesn't show. So what I've been doing, because I am currently testing other builds and working on other builds, both viewer and new, I've been testing out just to see if it's a hindrance. So far, it hasn't been. And they just recently updated where the control pad can be used for other spells. So we'll be doing that just to ensure we can go forward with more spells if we do get them. And hopefully the fix will come soon. But the devs have been really good with that, so I do believe that it will get fixed soon. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It does help me out and I greatly appreciate it. Also, please feel free to post in the comments. I do reply to all of my comments, so let me know what you think of the builds, the game, the gameplay. If you have a build in mind that you'd like for me to try, please go ahead and post those. Viewer builds are some of my favorite content to make here for Sephiria. And of course, if you'd like to follow this and all of my content, please subscribe. We're building a great community here. Would love to see you join. And I want to give a big shout out to all of my current subscribers that constantly comment, like, and share my videos. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate you all. Whoa. That is a pickup. Oh my goodness. Nice. I mean, the MP doesn't really matter too much, but it's still very nice. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to buff that up. All right, pretty good start to Kaban's build here. We're going to rock Anvil. Probably Artifact will be next, and then, of course, Roots. Again, we're going to go for that Carrot Sword here in Anvil, just so we can increase all of the elemental damage. But at the same time, for Roots, we're going to try to go Elementalist as well. So I'm going to try to save my rerolls here. In hopes that we get those right off the bat. Wow, this hilt is making these bolts very powerful already. I mean, who doesn't love spamming magic spells? I also feel like that's another reason why Bolt is so good. It's one of the few magic spells here on Sephiria that you can spam. Granted, we are using a character that will allow for that, just like Scholar Lizard. But the difference between the two is the health, right? I think a lot of individuals, if they're only going to be using Grimoires versus using MP for like special attack or other essentials that may be needed, Scholar Lizard is the way to go. But if you're doing purely Grimoire, then you're going to want to go Ghost, especially in high tier modes in hardcore. All right, perfect. So we get Carrot Sword right off the bat, so we can save some refresh rolls here. So that's really good. I'm happy about that. So now we've got all of our... yeah, so our fire is up just a bit. What is increasing our fire, by the way? Ah, the Ember. Okay. Because we did start off with the fire arrow. Of course, of course. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun just to go ahead and spam that, I have to say. Scabbard. I like Charm of Intelligence here. Normally I wouldn't mind going Flower, but we're not performing direct attacks. We're doing magic spells, so that doesn't count. I mean, this would be good just to increase fire even more, but we're not inflicting burn. So I think I would rather take this for the cold damage. We want to try to increase all the elemental attributes as much as possible, since we're going to be spamming these spells as we go throughout. Doesn't look like there's anything... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything over here, so it actually looks like we're good to go. So let's go to the next area. We said we're going to go Artifact and the Merchant, so let's see what we can pick up here. Wow, we are getting everything we want. And look at this, magic damage for the Pearl Dust, which, to be fair, I don't know if I've ever picked up Pearl Dust. Maybe. Maybe once if I have at all. Frost Dagger. Glacier isn't bad either, but we have to take the Battle Mage's Glove. I'm actually going to replace that with this because we're not currently using this spell. Wow, so our magic damage is starting to get up there. 121%. Hopefully we can find some enchants to increase that even further. Okay. And these are just bolt spells. They are the weakest spells, but are they really weak when you can spam them and increase their elemental damage and purpose? I don't know. Oh, I would say... Oh, here we go. There's Taz. I don't want to reduce any of the other ones. So, but this isn't the only merchant, though. So let's see what our artifact is here. We could pick up. Stairway isn't terrible. Attack speed of burn, I wouldn't mind. Although we don't have any burn yet, but we could reroll. We could reroll. It's a pretty good reroll. We have a few. I mean, we want to go the fire, so I think Phoenix Wing would actually be really good here. This also increases our cold damage. Yeah, we would just really need something for... I love Fire Circus. That would be a fun spell to implement as well, but let's do Fire Wing so we can get our fire increase here. So +2 to the fire. We need to start getting something in lightning. Lightning is starting to fall behind here amongst the other elements that we have. All right, the other merchant probably is going to be here on the other side. Nice. I mean, we're not inflicting frostbite. Another Phoenix Wing would be kind of silly. Reserve. So this is an artifact. Reserve 15 pre increases magic damage dealt by 3%. All the way up to 12%. I mean, I wouldn't mind grabbing this, actually. I've never used it. This would be an interesting item to pick up. We could try to increase this to see... As long as we reserve, we increase our magic dealt. So... Okay. I have to say, I don't believe I've got... Oh my goodness, look at these. I don't believe I've gotten this many increase in regards to magic items. That just goes to show how much... Oh, Feet of the Ice Skull is so good. But we don't have Frostbite just yet, so... I wouldn't mind Dedication, but I'd rather save the gold for the next round. I think we could probably get something better. Yeah. Okay, so great pickups for Kaban's build here. Let's see if we can grab the Elementalist. Hopefully... Oh, look, there's that magic dust. Oh, my goodness. Good thing we had a lot of rerolls. Wow. We will get the burn extra damage, so hopefully we will be able to get like Flaming Eye Patch or something within that nature. This is going to be a huge boost, though, to the elements. Fire taking the helm, then cold, then lightning. I have a feeling this boss is going to go down pretty quickly. Let's find out. Almost on the first full swing. Infinite magic. What do you do against infinite magic? Oh my goodness. Blue Risk Guard is so good, but not for this one. Do we want meteors? I mean, it is going to increase Ember as a whole. Have to think about this. Let's see. This will cause burn, which then gives us an opportunity for this and feathers to proc. So I guess it's not too bad of a pickup. We could pick up the Risk Guard just to sell it in the next area if we didn't want this. I suppose we could pick this up. Ooh, compression is very good. Wow. Let's see. What does this go up to as a 3? Plus 13% magic damage. This goes to 20. So we definitely want this, right? So something like this. So if we pick this up, we want to do something like this, right? Increased damage, increasing magic damage dealt. So if this was a 2, it'd be at 9%. This is at 11 currently. So it wouldn't matter. We can keep these both at the same. So let's go ahead and do that. Anything that's going to increase our magic, definitely want. The question is, do we want... I think that's what we want. Or we can increase our cold. It goes up by 2. Gets it to 34. Still lacking on the lightning. Let's try that to give it a little more balance. And we'll see where we go from there. Well, that's a great build already. More than anything, it's a very fun build. I've never spammed magic in a build. I've spammed cleave, special attacks, whirlwind, bolts from crossbows. But to do this is a lot of fun. We have to pick up Bicorn Pipe. What a pickup. There we go. All right, so now all we need is the Mouse Mage's Pendant. I'm very happy about picking this up. Hopefully we'll pick up the Mouse Mage's Pendant. That way we can make Kaban very happy with the build here. Nice. So now all of our spells are going to go out in a 3 motion here. Very nice. Very nice. Enchant is perfect. Ooh, another enchant, but it's on the anvil run. Darn. And then we could do experience and test out the mini-boss. I actually don't mind. I feel like we would do pretty well. So let's do enchant, so that way we can get some of our particular items up here. Oh, this is exciting. This is a fun build just to kind of just go off of. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this would actually be a very fun spell to try in the harder tier modes here. Okay, so we got the 2 here, but before we finish, I'd like to see what else we pick up, because maybe we'll pick up something else that may be worthy of spending the enchants on. We'll see. We'll see what we pick up. We don't need MP regen. The Saw Blade doesn't work for us because none of our grimoires cost any MP. So let me show that really quick. See how they're all 0? So unlike Scholard Lizard, okay, very important. Scholard Lizard, it has infinite MP, but you still use MP to cast spells. They just have an infinite cost. So if you have items like Green Saw Blade, it will proc. But unfortunately for Ghost, it does not. So always keep that in mind. I could pick up White Branch just to sell. I could re-roll as well. I mean, that would complete our fire. So now we can focus on the other ones. So I guess that's okay. At least we have something. So now our Ember is pretty much in a good spot. So we need to start getting particularly the lightning up. Yeah, if we can pick up even more artifacts that help us out with magic damage, magic crit, stuff of that nature, it's just going to take us even further. All right, so we got everything that we want. So we have 2 enchants. So let's see what we want to increase here. What's going to be beneficial? Bolt spells split into 3 directions. The spell power of each one is reduced by 69%. So if we put the 2 in here, it only reduces by 57. The mana consumption, we don't have to worry about. We could spend 1 here to increase the damage dealt, or we could do 2 here and get up to 15. What would be more beneficial? So currently we're at 20. 20 magic damage, right? So if we did 1 here for 12, be at 13, right? So it'd be at 25 versus 15, 9. So it'd be 1 short. So we're better off putting 1 in each. I think I did that right. Quick maths, huh? Quick maths. Let's see. Anvil, so now we can get our full weapon enhancement here. Okay, that's the exit, so let's go this way. Yeah, I do want to focus a little bit on the bicorn pipe on leveling up, just so our spells here will do a little more damage, because they do get hindered. But as long as we put points into it, we'll get that damage back. We're still doing quite a bit though. Normal and dash attack, so it won't work with us. Harvest is very good. I do like Harvest. I'm just trying to think where I could implement this. Could I do this? I think that's better. And then grab Harvest. There we go. Further increase the empty hilt and help out with bicorn pipe. I like this. This is nice. Okay. Very good. Let's just make sure there's no hidden areas. I haven't actually been searching, to be honest. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm sure my viewers will let me know if I did. They always point that out. Ooh, actually took a lot of damage there, unfortunately. All right, Onion Sword is the one that we want to go. So increases all elemental damage by 2 and magic damage increased by 15%. That's huge. Oh, here we go. Here's a... Can we not break this with the spells? There we go. All right, some gold. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and get out of this area. See what the next one will give us. I mean, we've gotten hit a couple of times, so I actually wouldn't mind increasing our HP. We do have to think about... I think we will go with this. We do have to think about Mad Scientist or the potential for the new boss in the library. So we'll see. This may be a good choice overall. Nice. Wow. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, and another enchant. All right, first let's see what we can pick up here. Ooh, meditation book. Instantly cast all magic without action. More than anything, I haven't used this. I've been wanting to try to use this. This might be a good time to test it out. Plus, we increase our magic. I did want Flaming Eye Patch for the burn whenever we deal fire damage, but I think I want to pick this up and see how it turns out. Oh, we do get an opportunity for Flaming Eye Patch if we really want it. Guess we could pick it up. All right, we do get one enchant. We could fully increase this so we can get a 20 magic. What would this go up to? This goes up to 12 if we use it. So what the book does is it instantly casts the spell because sometimes there is a small action delay. So the way to show it is, I think the bolts have a small one. Let's find out. So if we remove the book, right? Just going to drop it here for a second. Not too heavy. We will definitely see it with something in regards to like the arrow. But then It's a little faster. So it looks like there's a tiny bit. We would see it better with probably frost daggers. The fire arrow would be a good one to test it out on. Yeah, we can actually, if we wanted to, we could set fire arrows to like the bottom one here, and we could test it out. Yeah, see? It's an instant. Whereas before, fire arrows would do kind of a delay. I guess we could show it while we're kind of messing around here, so everyone can kind of see what the book actually does. So this is the normal cast, right? So it did a little proc, it went through. But now equipping the book and doing it, it just does an instant fire, which is awesome. I have to say, that is pretty cool. Definitely better for the higher end spells. We'll probably pick up a few. I would rather have the bigger ones, like Meteor and whatnot, but let's see how well we do against the Black Panther here. You have failed. This build is ridiculous. How do you stop a barrage? Reduce MP cost of the Grimoire. Well, we don't use MP, so it doesn't matter. Planets would be really fun with this build. There would be so much happening going on. It actually would be hilarious. I cannot deny that. But I think I'm going to stick with... I'm going to grab Alfonso's Horn just as a selling point. Ooh, the new improved power. So if we pick this up, actually, we could do something like this. Bicorn Pipe is now maxed. So now our spells should do even more damage. And we can increase the magic even further with Meditation Book. It's a pretty good pickup. Glad we got the additional health, though. Although it does seem like we're invincible. This isn't an invincible magic build. It's an infinite magic build. Hopefully we can find the pendant here. That way we can get everything that was initially requested for the build. But, ooh, Shade. The problem with Shade... it's not a bad problem to have, to be honest. But it's just the bolt spells. That's the only issue. At that point, it would be a little too heavy. But it does help out all the other items that we have. I mean, we could give up a slot just to do the ones at the bottom, and we don't have to necessarily double up with Foundation, which is always my thought process. We could do that. I guess if we did that, that wouldn't be so bad. All right, so let's sell Alfonso's Horn, and we'll pick up the Shade. So essentially, we're going to change out the Charm of Intelligence to do this. We could put the Charm down here if we wanted to. Let's increase the Fire. Attack speed, we don't really have to worry about this being increased. I wouldn't mind the red snake eyes and the burn. I guess we could do this one then, because that's the only one really left. I guess we could do this if we're going to start using it. Let's go ahead and put that in a slot. We could maximize it here, but I don't want to lose the magic damage. So I think this is actually pretty good. I think that was a good pickup. I'm just not... Usually I will move Foundation down here to do the 2, but I think that's just going to make this very difficult to maximize. And currently the bolts are the core of this build, so I don't want to do anything that's going to mess that up. All right, let's see what we have here. Another enchant. It's pretty good. Okay. So, let's see. I mean, money's always good. So is XP. I wouldn't mind actually getting dice either, because it would be nice again to try to get that last item. Enchant with the mini boss. Little scary, but at least we have a little more HP than Scholar Lizard. And we're not at hardcore 37, so that was a run for sure. If you haven't checked out that video, please do so. That was a very fun run. As stressful as it was a lot of fun. Okay, I think we're gonna go experience. Yeah, we're close to leveling anyways. We can get another level here and see what we pick up. Well, there's a charm, not the pendant we're looking for. Kunai, planets. I mean, that may be a sign that we should have done planets as well. This will increase Glacier, and it does give us a chance at Frostbite, although Great Blessing is pretty good as well. So do we go at the attempt? I think we go Frostium Ring here, actually. Oh, but Great Blessing's too good, right? It increases all damage. Yeah, we got to go Great Blessing. Maybe we'll see the Frostium Ring here later on. Let's go ahead and change up our spells, though. So this one, now we can do it as... Let's do it as this one. There we go. Well, it looks like they want us to do this one. So I'll keep it in sequence until we get more spells. Oh, the damage is pretty good. Okay. Oh, well, there's the Frostium. So I think that paid off. So we'll get that. Now we have a potential for well, no, because it's direct attacks, right? Oh, I didn't think about that. That's right. I'm so used to the other builds. That's right. So it wouldn't count. Huh. So it does seem like fire has a better time then. Ooh. Yeah, fire and burn does have a better time just because of the meteors and other embers that can apply for the burn proc. Have to keep that in mind for other magic builds too. Okay, looks like we got everything, so we'll go ahead and go to the next area. We want to go enchant for sure, so let's go ahead and go that. We're close to leveling here, so again, hopefully we can pick up something really good. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cold Lock is very good. I really like Broken Mirror. It's one of my favorite items to run on. We're gonna do Cold Lock. Yeah, we're gonna do Cold here. That way we can get that universal damage boost, and we get a little bit into Glacier. So if anything, I mean, this does increase our Glacier to 3. We're still heavily lacking on the Lightning. Yeah, but still doing a lot of damage, so we can't really complain. All right, let's go ahead and see how well we do against the mini boss here. Ooh. Very good. We did get thrown around a little bit, but that's okay. No, that one doesn't work for us. Lightning damage. I mean, it's something. It's something that we could potentially build into. Can go all the way up to 11. I mean, that's something. We'll take that. Nice. All right, here's the end. So let's go back up. I think we had a couple of different ways we could have gone. Let's go over here first to the right. Ooh, a 3 enchant. Totally worth going. Totally worth going. Let's go ahead and go here first just to ensure there's nothing else that we could pick up. Okay. I'm definitely going to be trying out this build in higher tiers. It does seem like it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go back down here so we can fast travel. We'll go back here. 3 enchant. I mean, we want the book because we want to do anything that's going to increase all of our magic. So let's do that. We could probably the universal, right? Would be the best. I would think so. Upon anything else, I would think so. Yeah. Oh, hopefully we can get like a link or a surge or something. That way we can maximize our inventory slots. Not have to worry about that so much. I think artifact is the way to go here. Potential we'll sell the Frostium ring, just depending on what happens in this area. But right now, regardless, I mean, it's helping out with Glacier, so it's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Further reduces move speed. Special attack, no. Chakram. Chakram's actually pretty funny. I can't deny that. I actually think I'm going to convert here. Yeah, we're doing well. Sometimes I like to just pick up an item just to sell it, but I didn't see really anything there that would have been high-end to do so. So I'd rather convert to have an opportunity for a reroll. And no secret areas from what I'm seeing in these large spots. Huh, interesting. Nice. I mean, this would increase fire damage. Crit damage, evasion. I mean, the captivating lure is the best one. Oh, our fire is just going to be so heavy, but I guess that's the way to go. It's the way it's wanting us to go. Now, this does increase fire. Is there anything that I want to replace? Deal 8 damage, deal fire, burn. Maybe I'd swap this with the meteor just to increase the fire a little bit more. I mean, it's still 1 meteor. It just drops the damage by 20%. So I'd rather have the fire damage up, I think. All right, let's go this way. All right, that's the exit. No hidden pathways here, so let's go here and go north, see what we can finish off here. Ice Vine. Well, we're not using special attack. Dragon Sense. I'm laughing because in our Exploding Kitten build, highly recommend watching that. That was another awesome build. We went Dragon Sense heavy. Actually, Dragon Sense is better than the Captivating Lure. So maybe we can sell this instead. And pick up Dragon Sense. Yeah. Yeah, we got very lucky and picked up a ton of Dragon Sense throughout that run. And we also tried out the new weapon, so it was a really fun build. Highly, highly recommend watching that one. All right, here we go. We're going to be facing Mad Scientist, so this will be really interesting. Let's see how well we do here. All right, first phase, pretty good. I have to say, pretty good. Oh, we are just melting this boss. Still took some damage, though, so we still have to think about that. And that's something to consider, too, because we play a lot of Scholar Lizard, right? And we only have 20 HP. But then, how do we survive throughout that, right? Just shows how good Scholar Lizard is. No way. All right, we are really getting everything we could want for this build. Except for the mouse pendant. I'm sorry, Kaban. Look, another Dragon Sense again. My goodness. We're not going to go another Dragon Sense, though. But we may change this out for something. We're not using Fire Arrow too much, so I'd rather do this. We don't have to worry about the physical damage at all. Or the MP regen, but, you know, the magic crit chance, it's pretty good. Nice. I kind of want to re-roll to see if we may be able to get Surge. As much as I love the idea of exit here for the bottom. Gosh, that would be so good, actually. But, I mean, I guess what we could do... We could do something like this. And then... but we're not going to be able to get anything near it. Never mind. It's not going to be good. I really like the idea of exit, though. What can I do? I guess I can move this. Well, we know we're going to get rid of this. Right? We know we're going to get rid of that. Potentially Frostium Ring, because all it's doing is just bringing our Glacier up. But I don't know if that's really necessary. We could move this here. And then get exit to place here. I do like that. Now we have this maximized for our crit, which is awesome. We probably want to do our Dragon Sense up here. And then fire damage or cold damage. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so potential to sell these two, I think. Let's go ahead and get our heal, and then we'll go to the last merchant. And we'll see how we do with the last area here. Definitely going to use up all of our rerolls. All right, let's see what the merchant has for us. Fluffy fur gloves. Well, let's sell what we want to sell. I mean, yeah, we don't need Frostium Ring. I know it's going to help out with Glacier. Before I sell the Captivating Lure, though, to lose the fire, let's see what we get here. Fire Circus, no. Oats. Oats could actually be very good. I mean, it could be very good. All right, let's pick it up. So I'm thinking we do something like this, and then we just move this over. This one can then be substituted here for the burn to increase the burn. And then we have another one slot here if we want something. I guess for the lightning. How much does the lightning go up by 2? Just by 1? Okay. Yeah, I mean, now we have the universal boost up all the way. The only problem is these spots. So As of right now, we only have one potential spot. I want to sell Fire Arrow, honestly, because I know I'm not utilizing it that much because I'm spamming the bolts and we're doing a ton of damage. But we can't get rid of a starting item. So let's see what we're going to get here. Artifact, okay, potential. Enchant, very good. And probably experience or the dice for the reroll. So, I mean, we already have 5 potions. We haven't used really any. Doesn't have any big potions. So maybe we'll find Taz or one of the other merchants. But right now, we're just sitting at 470 gold just to sit on it, I suppose. All right, let's see how well we do. Artifact first. Nice. I've never had this much magic damage before. It's actually very cool. A first for me. 179%. And I'm sure there's potential to do more as well. So that's pretty good. And again, this is purely off the bolts. I'm still crossing my fingers for Meteor. We're going to have too many potions, so we don't have to worry about that. Was that this whole area? I didn't think so. Felt like we were missing something. Okay, we already know we don't have to go into this area. But I kind of like going in here just to see how cool we look. Ooh, we're kind of like a red ghost. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, we've already collected all the items, but, you know, why not? Okay, here's where we can start re-rolling. We could pick up Magic Carrot. Top row, though. We would lose the burn potential, so I'm not too sure about that. Let's re-roll. Oh my goodness. What is with this Dragon Sense? It's following me now. Magic Haste. We don't need that. Palace Cards. My goodness. Just not finding that pendant, I suppose. Sharp Flint. I guess we'll pick up... No, let's convert. Let's see if we can maybe pick up the pendant. It's going to be a tough one to probably grab at the last minute, but at least we got the bicorn pipe. Enchant, definitely. Hopefully we get a 3, but we'll see what the run gives us here. Ooh. We haven't done one block this whole game. I don't think we're going to start now. All right, we'll convert again. My goodness, this build is so much fun. All right, let's go back down here. Yeah, I'm very curious if we're going to get, you know, more floors, more levels. I really do. I'm honestly hoping for a full game. I've mentioned this in a couple of my videos in the past. I would really love 10 floors. I think there's enough environments, biomes, monster ideas that can happen. I guess the question is, at that point, do we fill up too fast as far as items? Does the inventory then become too complex? I think those are the things that probably the developers are thinking about. So, but I would love 10 floors. All right, 2 enchants. What's going to be the most beneficial here? I suppose the lightning wouldn't be bad, and the cold. So we could do one of each just to kind of get these going up. Get the cold damage up by... Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good balance. I'm all about balance in this build if we can. Although the lightning does... I mean, it doesn't look very balanced when you look at the elemental attributes, but... I mean, what can we do? That's what the build gave us. That's what the run allowed us to have, so... All right, let's see. So for the last one, I think I'm just going to go dice. We are going to level here, so we could just go ahead and use rerolls and see what happens. I will drink a potion, though. Just in case. All right, let's see what we can get here. Tiny Magic Conch wouldn't be bad either. But we did pick the reroll, so let's go get the dice first before we do anything. I've definitely done this in the past where I forgot. So let's go get the dice really quickly before we make any decisions here. Ooh, a merchant, though. Hold on. Dole Bell. But that won't work for us. Wow, power is really good. Where do we implement power? I definitely see where we would put power. Okay. And we can use it for the lightning to increase that. Okay. I like the power, but let's come back to that. Let's see what else we can possibly pick up. Because what if by a stroke of luck we find power, right? Oh, our merchant friend is coming to help us. I've seen this only happen once before. I can't deny. It freaked me out a little bit. So we have 2 level ups. Let's go get our dice first, though. We said that, and then we'll come back to the merchant. Yeah, one time I thought something happened, and I thought it was like a new companion coming through. But it was just a merchant fighting, and I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so it looks like we are going to end up picking up power. Because I don't think we're going to level again here. We have 2 levels that we're sitting on, so let's go ahead and pick up power. We're going to swap the lightning here, and then swap the power here. So now we have +9. That's pretty good. We'll put the Great Blessing here. We're going to have to get rid of something in order to get whatever item we're going to get. Let's do the rerolls first, and then we'll figure that part out. What's this? While blocking, grants it. No, we're not doing any blocking. No, oh my gosh. No way. No way. Huh. How much fire do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have too much fire. So we can get rid of something, except for the thing that I want to get rid of, which is the fire arrow. Probably the magma bead. I mean, we do lose 8 damage when inflicting burn, but I think it would be better to have... Yeah, to have something else here. All right, we'll go ahead and get rid of the bead. Or, gosh. Yeah, because we get rid of the bead, we can put the 3 for power here. So essentially, this becomes a 4. So we can move the burn here. So that wouldn't be so bad. But do I do the 1 reroll at the chance? No. We'll just go ahead and do this. There we go. Shade. We're going to reroll again. Oh, we didn't get it. All right. No mouse pendant on this one, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Kaban. I'm sorry. But I still think this is a great build. Infinite magic. We have yet to run out of magic, and we've been doing quite a bit. Yeah, that's it. That's the build. All right. I mean, I think we actually ended up pretty well. We got a lot of magic damage, which, what a coincidence. I rarely do magic. Hard focus like this to ensure that I get actual magic damage items. Picking up Empty Hill early on, too, was awesome. I mean, talk about luck. All right. Let's go ahead and face Asgard here with our little ghost infinite magic build. Another great viewer build here. Let's see how well we do. Oh, they are melting right now. Holy. Drink our potions, though. We're not out of the woods yet here. Ooh. Oh my goodness. The damage output is insane. And these are just bolts. Have to try this in the hard modes. Oh my goodness. Look at us in our little book. Oh my. Wow. Very strong build. Tons of fun. This is a fun build. See, who needs Meteor, right? Who needs the high-end magic when you can just spam bolts all the time? Oh, there's a build. Yeah, we did get unfortunate. We couldn't fill up some slots, and we didn't get the mouse pendant, but I still think overall this was an amazing build. Very fun. Thank you again for the suggestion, Kamban. This is a very fun build to implement. Never would have thought of using all bolts to go off and just do a continuous infinite magic spam. Great. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. It does help me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, please feel free to post in the comments. I do reply to all of my comments, so let me know what you think of the build, the game, the gameplay. Again, even for using common spelled bolts, I think this was a great build. I'm definitely going to try it in probably like tier 20, maybe tier 25, to kind of see what needs to be tweaked or where we can go about it there. I probably won't get lucky in finding all of the awesome magic items that I did. But we'll see how it goes. If you have more builds to share, please go ahead and do so. This one was a really fun one. Would love to do more. And of course, if you'd like to follow this and all of my content, please subscribe. We are building a great community here. Would love to see you join, especially if you're enjoying the content. And again, I want to give a big shout out to all of my current subscribers that constantly comment, like, and share my videos. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate you all. Until next time, everyone, take care.